So Jake Paul thought that he could handle Mike Tyson until one supposed brutal punch, more like a push, sent him crashing down both physically and mentally. Now it wasn't just a typical press conference. It turned into a scene that nobody expected. After Jake's reckless taunts about Tyson's age, the legendary fighter got up, landed a push that may have looked playful, but wasn't all that gentle. So what exactly is going on with the Jake Paul fight with Mike Tyson?
Yeah, 100%. They say he's the baddest man on the planet, so let's find out. Apparently, he's the final boss, moving up to heavyweight and continue to prove all these dumbasses wrong. That's what I do my whole entire life.
The press conference on May 20th, 2024 at Madison Square Garden was supposed to be a standard promotion event for the big fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. But from the minute it started, people were speculating that y'all could just feel that something wasn't right. See, the strain was felt in that room, and it wasn't going to take long for Jake to elevate the matter to a point of shock for everybody. Now, Jake Paul ain't no stranger to trash talking. The dude thrives on it. But this time, he went a little bit too far. Instead of poking fun at an opponent's skill or finesse, he dropped some lines aimed straight at Tyson's heart. Yeah, he not only belittled Tyson's boxing legacy, but also took some shots at Tyson's late trainer, too. Now, Jake didn't stop there. In an unbelievable moment, he looked Tyson in the eye and said that he buried Mike. While a lot of people thought it was playful banter, some people decided to read between the lines and started thinking otherwise here.
Promise to the people is on July 20th, Mike will be put to sleep and he will feel my power, and I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep for the last time.
Jake Paul's also been confident, but at this press conference, that confidence quickly turned into outright arrogance, according to some Mike Tyson fans. Now, his words weren't just meant to hype the fight, they were designed to hit Tyson where it hurt the most. And man, did they hit hard. It was like Jake wasn't content with just poking the bear. He decided to throw a lit match into a powder keg, and the explosion? Well, that was just inevitable.
I want to kiss Mike's big juicy lips.
He wanted to kiss me?
He said he
Indeed.
Wanted to kiss you. Huh? He said he wanted to kiss you.
So Jake thought that he could rile Tyson up, get under his skin, and walk away untouched. But it wasn't just Tyson who felt the weight of those words. Y'all could feel the tension thick in the room. Everybody in that room knew something was coming. The atmosphere turned from a typical pre-fight trash-talking session into a charged moment where you knew things was about to get ugly.
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk-ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch.
What Jake probably didn't realize was that Tyson's rage wasn't the kind that you could control or play around with. This was the same Mike Tyson who once terrified the boxing world with his raw power and ferocity. There's a reason that he's called the baddest man on the planet, and Jake in his arrogance had just flipped that nasty switch. Now, he had no idea that he was about to be on the receiving end of one of those legendary punches.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This opportunity has been ripped from all of us.
Instead of staying quiet and letting the chaos die down, Jake Paul did what he does best. He took to social media. Now, he straight posted videos and was ranting about how badly he wants to fight Mike Tyson and how he's training super hard to beat him. But here's the thing, man. It didn't take long for people to catch on to what was going on. See, a bunch of fans spotted Jake a couple days later going out bowling of all things. And a lot of people were starting to wonder if this kid was even serious about this fight or not.
Hey, Chris Paul, after you're done in the finals, I challenge you to a bowling competition.
The second those bowling alley photos hit the internet, the media and fans pounced. Now, even experts like Joe Rogan was quick to comment on the fact that Jake Paul is just a kid. Now, he ain't got nothing on Mike Tyson. Now, if this fight does go down, then Mike Tyson's gonna eat Jake Paul alive. And after all that trash talking, rightfully so. I wonder what teeth taste like. I bet you Jake Paul gonna find out soon. So rumors was even swirling that apparently Mike Tyson punched Jake Paul, and for that, Jake Paul is suing Tyson. Now, from the moment the news of that lawsuit broke, it seemed like a desperate attempt to get attention and sympathy, more than a genuine plea for justice. The fans and commentators were quick to point out the irony. Jake, who had spent his entire career calling out fighters, provoking them, and playing the bad guy, was now claiming to be the victim of one of these fighters. Now, y'all could just say that it did not sit well with a lot of people. The whole thing felt like Jake was trying to find an easy way out, especially with all his injuries, raising more questions and providing answers. Now, Tyson, of course, wasn't even fazed by the so-called lawsuit. This dude stood by his actions, calling Jake's claims exaggerated and ridiculous. And honestly, a lot of people agreed. From Jake's inconsistent injury reports to his bowling alley appearances, the whole situation just looked and smelled off. I mean, filing a massive lawsuit seemed less about holding Tyson accountable and more about saving face after that punch. But at the end of the day, ain't none of this was true. News broke out that all of this was just a big old fat rumor.
Jake Paul, he keeps saying he wants to fight you. Do you want to fight him?
That could be very interesting.
It could be interesting.
A lot of people saying the fight's in limbo and Jake's got a supposed $300 million lawsuit hanging over everything. So rumor has it that a lot of people are worried about what's going to happen with his fight. All of Jake's so-called claims have thrown a wrench into what was supposed to be one of the most anticipated fights of the year. And it's kind of hard to say how this is all going to play out. If it's true and this dude's trying to file a lawsuit in court, then it could damage Tyson's reputation. Although honestly, most people still gonna see Jake's move as more of a desperate attempt to escape this whole embarrassing situation. For this kid, this has been a brutal reality check. I mean, his credibility as a boxer has already taken a bunch of hits over this fight. Now, after being a little bruised up and potentially threatening a lawsuit, a lot of people see it as a cop-out. It's kind of tough to imagine how he's gonna come back from all this. I mean, sure, he's still got his die-hard fans from his YouTube days, but even they got to admit that this whole situation makes Jake look a little bit weak and desperate for attention.
You think that he is skilled enough to make it something that you might actually want to do?
He's skilled enough, yes. I'm going to give it to him. He's skilled enough because he's winning.
Uh-huh.
Even if he's fighting guys that your guys don't believe are good enough fighters, they should be able to beat him.
Now, Tyson, on the other hand, probably ain't losing no sleep over any of these rumors and what this YouTube kid has probably been up to. I mean, this dude's got an established legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time. And let's be real, even if there is some kind of phony lawsuit, everybody knows it ain't gonna change how people see Mike Tyson. And besides, Tyson's reaction at that presser only kind of really solidifies what everybody already knew. Tyson is a beast, and it looking like Jake Paul, the YouTube kid, bit off way more than he could chew. Now anyway, what's your all's take on all this? Make sure you let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode.